What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. You can tell us the weekend's coming up. Guys, listen, there is no shortage of nutcase ninjas out there. And I'm going to show you something that happened last night that is like hard to believe, but then again, nowadays in society, of reckless abandon being the norm, this kind of makes sense, even though it's senseless. Boom, see this guy right here? This guy's name is D'Angelo Toomer, 41 years old. And this guy went to a Raceway gas station in Winston-Salem, North Carolina last night around 12:30 a.m., robbed a store clerk, which is a woman, robbed her. Not only did he steal the money and a couple of packs of Newports, he also took the woman with him hostage. So you stole cigarettes, money, and the woman. And what's crazy about that is what happened in the car when they was together, which I'll show you later on in this video, where the victim talks to the media. Man, make no mistake, man, when we clean this thing up, a lot of people got to go. They do. This guy got a mile-long conviction record and ain't learned shit from incarceration. So why incarcerate nutcases? Seriously. Oh, justice system needs to be revamped, rebooted. Here's the story.
Well, breaking news out of Winston-Salem right now. Police are investigating an armed robbery and kidnapping that happened at a gas station on University Parkway early this morning. The suspect and the victim, they were found across state lines in Tennessee. Winston-Salem police held a news conference this morning. Fox 8's Celeste Smith, she was there. She joins us live now with the details. Celeste, what are police sharing about the case?
Winston-Salem Police Chief William Penn Jr. says thankfully in this case, the victim was brought home safely. And they said that this all started when police responded to a call at this Speedway gas station this morning around 12:31 a.m. When officers arrived, they found the store empty with no store clerk. Officers began gathering evidence and reviewed surveillance footage. It revealed that the store clerk had been abducted around 11:46 p.m. after an armed robbery. They issued an Ashanti alert around 3:30 a.m. It included details of the victim's car, a 2019 white Ford Escape. Winston-Salem PD worked in partnership with other jurisdictions to locate the vehicle. It was found by the Unicoi County Sheriff's Office in Erwin, Tennessee. There was a traffic stop and a brief chase. They arrested the suspect, 40-year-old D'Angelo Toomer. The victim in this case, a 40-year-old woman, was found unharmed but restrained in the backseat of the vehicle. Chief Penn says the suspect has an extensive criminal history,
including 14 convictions in South Carolina for charges related to armed robberies, sexual assault and battery with intent to kill, assault with deadly weapons, and has a previous incident involving barricades with law enforcement officers locally.
Penn said that it was thanks to a call from a community member alerting them about the store being closed. And also right now, the store is still closed for the rest of the day, according to one of the store clerks. And they said that this is an ongoing investigation. Winston-Salem PD said that at this time, there is no indication that the suspect and the victim knew each other. Live in Winston-Salem, Celeste Smith, Fox 8 News.
A North Carolina suspect wanted for kidnapping and armed robbery was arrested after a police chase in Unicoi County this morning.
Yeah, the suspect reportedly had a hostage, and North Carolina authorities were able to track their location to Unicoi County, where police there found him and the kidnapped woman. The victim has been returned safely to her family. News Channel 11's Karen Jenkins reveals how all of this played out. Karen?
Yeah, this all started late last night when someone reported an empty Speedway gas station in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Then it was just after midnight when police there say they were able to watch surveillance video and see that the store's clerk, a 40-year-old woman, had been robbed and kidnapped at gunpoint. Police say the suspect made his way to Tennessee, and the Unicoi County Sheriff's Department was alerted. They took quick action to be able to arrest the suspect and save the victim. It was just before 6 a.m. when Unicoi County's Chief Deputy Frank Rogers says he was alerted there was a kidnapping and armed robbery suspect in the county being tracked by police from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. The suspect was located by Unicoi deputies and Irwin police officers at a local gas station just a short time later.
The officers attempted to to conduct a traffic stop on the vehicle, at which point he took off. There was a brief pursuit that came to an end here after a pit maneuver was conducted by our office.
The pit maneuver caused the driver to crash into a fence in the median where he was apprehended and the kidnapped victim rescued. No one was injured, and the ordeal was over in less than an hour from that first call to local authorities.
It came out really well, and we're satisfied with the job that our agents done here today, and I'm sure that the victim appreciates it. I talked to her briefly, and she's tickled to be back in the hands of law enforcement and free from this madman.
The situation could have been much worse. Winston-Salem police say the suspect, 40-year-old D'Angelo Toomer, has a violent criminal history.
The suspect, Mr. Toomer, has an extensive criminal history, including 14 convictions in South Carolina for charges related to armed robberies, sexual assault and battery with intent to kill.
Rogers says a gun, a critical piece of evidence, was thrown out of the suspect's window during the chase, but it was later located by Greene County's K-9. Both Rogers and Chief Penn of Winston-Salem say the case couldn't have been brought to such an ideal ending without the cooperation of multiple agencies. Now, the suspect remains in the custody of Unicoi County. He'll be facing several charges both here in Tennessee and in North Carolina. Meanwhile, the victim, the store clerk, was taken back home with Winston-Salem police officers after being evaluated at a local hospital.
Why try? Why try with folks that are like this? Revolving door of dumb shit. Getting worse and worse every time. Who does that? You could have went in there, took that money, took them cigarettes, which both was wrong, and went on about your merry way. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know this man took her car? So he stole her car as well. Put her in the car, made her drive, and then he took over driving later on. Had her tied up in the back seat. Man, people have absolutely lost their mind. And when you hear what the motive is, it's even more jaw-dropping. Listen to what the victim says since she's been rescued when she talked to the media. It's truly head-scratching.
New tonight, we are hearing from a woman in Winston-Salem who had a night at work she'll never forget. Someone robbed the Speedway gas station where she was working, then kidnapped her.
Yeah, police found Latoya McEachern hours later in Tennessee. She is back home tonight and shared her story with WFMY News 2's Nixon Norman.
Latoya McEachern says her mind was racing as she sat in her car with her kidnapper.
Be calm. Shut your mouth.
She says she was going back and forth from hysterical to calm.
Prayer works. Because I can tell you one thing, man. I was having these nasty thoughts. Is anybody looking for me? Does anybody know?
McEachern was working the night shift at the Speedway off University Parkway. She says regular customer D'Angelo Toomer came in, tapping his gun near the register. Not only did Toomer ask for the money in the register, he told McEachern to make sure her car was filled up because they were going for a ride.
We're going to take your car. I said, no, you can take the car. And he's like, no, we're going to take the car. I said, no, you can take the car. And he raised his gun to my face and go, no, we're taking the car.
At first, she said he made her drive, but Toomer eventually took over, eventually crossing the state line.
We was in Tennessee.
McEachern says Toomer wasn't aggressive. He was actually venting about a woman in his life.
I'm hearing this man sound so sad, but I don't care because I got kids at home.
It wasn't long before deputies in Unicoi County, Tennessee got the kidnapping alert, saw the car, and pulled it over after a brief chase. McEachern was tied up in the back seat, unharmed. Her family is understandably relieved.
I was so happy.
Without her being here, I didn't know what to do, but her coming back, I felt so happy.
Looking back, McEachern is shocked by the entire thing.
I think I would have been okay with him just taking those couple little dollars and those 2 packs of Newports And that was that. Or even taking my car too, because I'm like, take the car, take it. But to take me and the car and the money, I'm like, wow, you greedy.
She's just happy to be home.
I thought I was going to be in pain, but I don't feel any pain.
In a statement today, Speedway wrote, quote, "The safety of customers and store associates is our primary concern. We're deeply grateful to the first responders who safely located our associate." Now, as for the suspect, D'Angelo Toomer is in custody awaiting possible extradition.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The world is going to shit faster than you can spell it. So basically, he goes in there, tells the woman, we going for a ride. Did you hear? A whole bunch of things went through her mind. You cause mental stress to somebody just doing their damn job, making her problem your problem. All this because you was having problems with a woman. So let me find out. You was going to make her pay for the sins that this woman transgressed against you? Or let me guess, even better, you was looking to kidnap somebody to give you counseling, or a psychiatrist, or somebody to hear your problems. When you could have been working them out with the chick you had problems with, or just left her alone. For some odd reason, man, I don't understand how people go in these hell-bent situations and risk their freedom because they're emotionally incapable of handling their own shit. This makes no sense. You see them hugging family members, hugging on her. She happy to be back. She like, damn, take the car, take the money, take them little bit of pack of cigarettes. You ain't got to take me. She said, damn, you greedy. Did you hear it one time? Girl, we going to Tennessee. We going to Tennessee. Lord have mercy. This is one of the strangest cases I've seen of somebody doing. I ain't never heard of nobody doing that. You kidnapped a woman. For what? For what? I see why his dumb ass been locked up 14 motherfucking times and ain't learned shit yet. That's as stupid as you can get. If she was in front of a group of people and told that story, just mentioned it, everybody would sit down like she was a campfire and want to hear it. You can't make that shit up. And that's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? 41 years old, and that's what he does. I'm having problems. Get in the fucking car. We going for a ride. Shit, where was you going? Said he had warrants in Tennessee. I mean, said he had got convicted in South Carolina. Here he is committing crime in North Carolina. If it was up to me, he wouldn't commit nothing else. He wouldn't even be out. He wouldn't even be locked up. They keep letting these criminals out. They get more and more emboldened. Did you hear some of them things? Assault with a deadly weapon. He fucking people up. And they still let him out. Why? Because I think there's something out here right now where they want this type of person out in the street for them to make money off of them when they get arrested. It's a revolving door. Revolving door. And nobody seems to give a shit. The penal system in America is not working. And it's not real justice to anybody else that got fucked up within an inch of their life by this dude for him to come out and do something to somebody else. All these people got statistics in America on this and that, what causes cancer, eating this, what it does to the body, and so on and so forth, the ozone layer, all this other shit they be talking about. But for some odd reason, nobody looks at the revolving door in repeat offenders and why something needs to be done about it. I'm just saying. I'm glad this young lady made it out alive, and hopefully she won't have PTSD from that. But I will say this. Now, you've seen Speedway or Raceway say, oh, we stand behind our employees. Ma'am, if I was you, I would say fuck that job and find something else. I don't see how anybody do graveyard shift. I don't know why they would have somebody on graveyard shift by themselves. That's when the freaks come out at night. Well, nowadays it's all the time, but you understand what I'm saying. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. That pay she was getting was not worth that fucking adventure she had with Pee Wee Herman. I'm out.